Hi fans of high quality entertainment. Yes, more unboxings. And apologies for the air conditioner. I actually turned it off for the rankings of Paul McCartney and Sparks, doing a series on both of them. But I turned it back on because I was starting to get hot flashes. First of all, from Sunrise Records, I bought it 2 new t-shirts. First of all,
generals gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses.
I like how Ozzy, or whoever, I think it was it Geezer Butler, who they rhymed masses with masses. That's an easy rhyme. But what a great song. Who cares about the rhyming? And I got this. Now I got this one, I wanted extra large, not that I'm that big. But sometimes I find with extra large t-shirts that they're not long enough, and it's kind of annoying, or sometimes they're actually too tight. But they didn't have this in extra large, but they had this one in extra large. Keep your eyes on the road, your hand behind the wheel. I can just, I know some of you are regular viewers, but can you imagine, seriously, somebody new coming to my channel? I bet some people just, they see something like that and I'm out of here. Oh, I got 2 magazines. I got a lot of stuff here. Some more stuff came in from Amazon Prime, finally. Things are slowly getting back to normal, at least here in Ontario, Canada, and I hope everybody up there is doing well. One thing I got, it's not too exciting, but it is for me. Standard clear CD and DVD cases. Because you know how, especially lately, some CDs I bought, they have cracks in them or whatever. And I've also ordered the double CDs, I think a 10-pack. Let's see how that goes. See how long it takes before they break. Now, I left to get this book here, but with my editing skills, you didn't even know I left and came back. Now, I bought this. No, I'll show you the CD after I show you this. This is a book. I think I've talked about this in the recent past, but I've read more of it since then. Or maybe I didn't even read it when I showed it. It's by Gene Cornish with Stephen Miller. He was the guitarist in the 60s band, in the 70s band, the Rascals, also known as the Young Rascals, earlier on. Good Lovin' and all kinds of great hits. Anyway, if you're a fan of the Rascals, the Young Rascals, 60s music, this is a really well, there's a mistake or two in it, which is normal, I guess, but it's a really good read. I enjoyed it. He's very honest. I mean, he went through years of, he had a bad cocaine habit and, losing money and everything, band arguments and everything, but I feel it's a very open and honest book. He talks about Keith Moon, he talks about the Beatles. It's a big book. And there's little pictures throughout. Some black and white ones. there he is in the late 50s. So yeah, I highly recommend this book. And I actually have them in my bedroom. I have a couple of Rascals CDs. I have C and Once Upon a Dream. But I don't have everything by the Rascals, and now I've got quite a bit. It's the Rascals, the complete singles, A's and B's. So I'm even interested in the B-sides. I remember their single C from the album C. I had that on 45. I absolutely love C. I've talked about it in the past. And on the flip side was a song by Gene Cornish, him, lead guitarist, called Away Away, and it was more laid back, and I really love that song too. So let's see if the case is broken. Nope. It's in great condition, just like me. Yeah, I was playing a bit of the early stuff on Spotify. I ain't gonna eat my heart. I ain't gonna eat out my heart anymore. That is such a great song. Ooh, the original Atlantic label. Very nice. This looks like a really well produced CD. The other one's that way. Very nice. You never know what you're going to get until you open up the box of chocolates. Something like that. Comes with a very, oh, there it is right there, the Rascals C and Away Away. But Felix, I don't know how you pronounce his last name, Cavalier, something like that. Eddie Brigatti, the other great lead singer. Dino Danelli. He always reminded me of looking like quite a bit like Paul McCartney back in the 60s. Great drummer. In fact, in that book, Gene talks about them doing this one live gig, and Keith Moon was there, and because of the stage or whatever, the bass drum kept moving, so Keith Moon got up and laid in front of the drums for the whole set for them, and like Gene thought it was really nice of him to do that, and you know the way Keith Moon is, he's crazy anyway. And I guess Dino, Keith Moon was watching him, you know, with his sticks, and he's really a fancy drummer. So I guess Dino gave him some tips on, you know, throwing up the sticks in the air and catching them and twirling them around. So that was cool. It's just, you know, sad with so many bands. You know, for a split, I'm serious. I'm really serious. For a split second, I thought, that's Paul McCartney. That's the real Paul McCartney. But it's sad that through the years, you know, almost all bands, from the Beatles, Grand Funk, the Guess Who, the Rascals, there's all this, you know, personality clashes and egos and money. And it's sad that they end up breaking up. They did have a reunion a few years ago. But even that, in the long run, wasn't... It didn't work out in the long run, but for a while, they were... All four of them were performing together again, which was nice. Nice write-up. I think I'm going to stop with the scanning jokes because a young kid wrote to me on Instagram saying he'd like a couple of pages of the Abbey Road box set scanned, and I had to tell him it was just a joke. I felt kind of bad. No more scanning. Scanning is so last year. So that looks like a very nicely produced set. But wait, there's more. And I'll end this with, I bought a CD, because I know some of you out there like my Does This Album Suck or Not series. So I actually bought a CD instead of just listening to it on Spotify. And then I have a friend that I know likes that band, and I'll give it to him. So anyway, I have one of this band's albums in my collection. It's Ace of Spades by Motorhead, and I want to get more of them because Motorhead is awesome. So I bought, out of respect to Lemmy, their final album, and I have heard some of this and thought it was great. I've heard Sympathy for the Devil and Victory or Die. And, you know, reading on Rate Your Music and elsewhere and friends on Facebook that talk about Motorhead, they really don't have any real stinker albums. You know, some are, of course, some are better than others, I guess, but overall, they had a pretty good run. That is a really nice, wow. It's got a bit of a, what do you call that? Little bumpy, but it's like felt. It's really nice. It's so smooth. Lemmy pops out. And then your typical booklet. There's the band with lyrics. Very nice. Tomorrow Never Knows. Why Start? Lemmy, of course, was a big Beatles fan. In his documentary, it's when the Beatles remasters came out in 2009, and he bought the mono box set. He likes the mono. Now this, I see, I don't know if that's intentional or not, but we'll just, no, I think that's just, not supposed to be like that, but it's okay. There's the label. So I'll be blasting some Motorhead tonight. And I occasionally get asked, you know, why don't you listen to new music, or people will offer, you know, to send me links to newer bands, and I appreciate it, I really do. But the thing is, and I keep buying more CDs, but I just love all the music that's already been made, and I don't, especially working a 40-hour shift, I don't have time to always listen to it all. And so I'm overwhelmed with great music as it is. And the other CD that does not suck, by Motorhead. So I'd love your thoughts, you Motorhead fans, on these two albums. No Sleep Till Hammersmith, and I've not heard it actually. Maybe a little bit on Spotify at some point, but I am really hairy because I was holding my cat Jinx earlier for one of my videos. There we go. I'm going to blind all of you out there. There it is. Nice. I'll scan this for you. It's just a joke. Whew. Okay. Here's, I believe that's Fast. What were their names? Fast Eddie and the other guy. Fast Eddie and the other guy. That's showing a lot of respect. Look at all the pictures. Hey, remember to like this video. I hardly ever say that. Remember to subscribe. I don't go for the old, every YouTube channel, hey, click here, click there. I don't like telling people to click things, but become a member, please. So, that's a nice remastered version of it. And now, for the Does This Album Suck series. I am still wanting to do that for the Black Sabbath album Forbidden, which I've heard from some people is one of their worst albums. So for this album, it's had a lot of bad reviews. But if you like the album or love the album, please don't take any offense. I might actually enjoy it. I have no idea. And if I don't enjoy it, it doesn't matter. If you love the album, then that's great. Everybody has an opinion. But for the upcoming Does This Album Suck series, drum roll please. That's right, Saint Anger by Metallica. And I have heard, I watched the documentary, Some Kind of Monster, which I absolutely enjoyed. So I have heard Frantic, and probably a couple others. I was thinking about that earlier today when I bought this. In the documentary, what's the drummer's name? Lars Ulrich. I believe it was his father that was sitting beside him on the couch, and Lars was playing him some crazy track that they had recorded, and his father was not impressed. He basically said, yeah. So, let me know what do you think? Does this album suck? Or not? I heard it has one of the best drum sounds on a record. If you love snare. I have a feeling, and I do like heavy, some heavy music, Motorhead and Black Sabbath, but I have a feeling I might have a headache by the end of this. And I'll listen to it. I'm very honest. I hope most of you realize that. I'll show me listening to it. I can't play it, of course, on YouTube. That's why I'm thinking of doing a Patreon page at some time. And I can listen to basically anything there and not have to worry about copyright. And you can listen along with me and watch my reactions. But that's in the future, if I decide to do that. Nice booklet. I hope the record's nice. Yeah. So you Metallica fans out there, really interested in what you think of this. Somebody will say, Larry, don't listen to it. So let's see. Okay, it's a double CD. And I always say never throw out the hype sticker. 11 new songs, over 75 minutes of music. Plus, free DVD, the entire album filmed and recorded live. And your exclusive key to more Metallica music. Some people get really offended when I rip up a hype sticker. So that's it. I would love your thoughts on everything I just showed you. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. I don't know why I'm talking out of the side of my mouth again. Bye. But wait, there's more. I forgot. I got 2 magazines too. Mojo, Talking Heads. And I wanted to... I was thinking of doing some other video and mentioning Talking Heads. It's really frustrating because I love all of the early albums by Talking Heads, but it's really hard to get a remastered version of any of their early albums. Like the one for Fear of Music is from 1985, and I'm sure I'd like to have a more up-to-date version of it. So yeah, it's your typical interesting read. I'll scan all of the paper. So there's Mojo. And this magazine, I haven't bought too much in the past, but I've been buying it recently, and it is a really in-depth read. Like there's the one magazine I bought, I was like, oh, there's so much stuff here that's interesting to read. Record collector. You know, even some of the music I'm not that interested in, I still enjoy reading them. Blood, Sweat and Tears, The Groundhog, Ziggy Pop. Leg Cramp. Yes, The Ladder. Late 90s gem reissued. 4 out of 5 stars. I don't know about that. So yeah, if you ever see that in the store and you like rock music, check it out. And that's it finally. Bye.